everybody, happy Halloween 2025. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing my newest watch purchase. I don't do a whole lot of unboxings on this channel. I actually haven't bought a new watch in a while, but I thought I would unbox this one just in case there's somebody out there thinking about buying the item. They want to get an idea of what does it look like when it comes in, what's the quality like, etc. So what we have here is an ArmourLite Field Series Tritium watch. If you've watched my channel before, I've actually ordered several Tritium watches in the past. If you've never had a Tritium watch, I highly recommend at least one in your collection. I've never owned an ArmourLite or IsoBrite Tritium watch. This company makes both of these brands. I've actually seen IsoBrite before in stores. I've never seen an ArmourLite watch in stores. So, why did I get this watch? They use a glass on theirs that's called ArmourLite Crystal. Supposedly, it's stronger than traditional sapphire crystal. A traditional sapphire crystal is 2,000 to 2,500 Vickers. If you use a mineral crystal, it's 600 to 800 Vickers. This one's supposedly 6,000 Vickers, so it's supposed to be really strong. So let's see what we've got in the box. I buy all watches with my own money. I get nothing for doing these videos, but I like doing them, again, in case there's somebody out there buying it. Wow, this thing is cool. So if you look in the background, I tend to do a lot of digital watches on this channel, but I wanted a watch I could throw on, wear casually to the office, that was versatile. I could wear it on the weekends as well. And again, I highly recommend a Tritium watch. What's great with Tritium is it glows all the time. So even if you're not wearing the watch, I lay it on my nightstand, and at nighttime I can glance over and look at the time. This one has 25 Swiss-made Tritium tubes. The markers are by a company called Armourlite, which I believe is a Swiss Tritium company. They're T25 tubes. There's two different types of tubes out there. There's T25 and there's T100. There's a lot of people that swear by the T100. I actually like the T25 tubes better. I've had a deep blue watch before. I've had Luminox. I've had Night. What else? I've had ProTech. I've had several different Tritium brands before. I'll actually put some links to those videos in the bottom. Marathon is another one that I've had in the past. But yeah, I've had a combination of both, and for whatever reason, I just like the T25 tubes. So kind of a plain clasp here. There's no logo, anything like that. They do have a metal bracelet option for this watch. I wanted the polyurethane strap. It is a 22 millimeter lug width. The reason I went with this versus another company is because of the crystal that they use. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it better. They have plastic on the dial. Let's see if I can peel that off. They also have plastic on the case back. The reason I went with this one is I have rather small wrist. I have 6.5-inch wrist. And I like that this one is only a 42 millimeter watch. There's some of these watches out there that are just huge. That's the reason I got rid of my Marathon watch. It was just too big to wear. Hopefully you're going to be able to see that case back. It's also a Swiss-made watch. It has a Ronda 715 quartz movement in it. I mentioned I had a deep blue watch before. I like these white dial watches. What I liked with this one, I had a deep blue before that just had Tritium markers, so you couldn't see the time. I like that this one has Tritium markers all the way around, and then it also has in black your hour markers, so it should be really easy to glance see the time. I also like the fact that the date window is a decent size on it. Some of these watches, Citizen in particular, the date windows are so small that you can't even see it. I should have looked in this pouch a minute ago, but they do give you a little instruction card. Again, there shouldn't be a whole lot to this watch. ArmourLite IsoBrite is an American company as well. They're based out of Florida. So I always try and promote American companies as much as possible. And then here's your warranty information. So the other thing that I don't think I showed is the keychain that they have on. Just a little rubber keychain. Actually, let's look at something else. I mentioned I had a Luminox in the past. If you've ever had a Luminox, I really think they are the most overpriced tritium watches you can get. Look at this one. Now that you're going to say, what does it really matter? Notice how the second hand hits the markers perfectly. Every Luminox watch I ever had, they never hit the markers. And some of them, it would hit the markers on half of the watch and half on the others. I just thought the quality control on Luminox was horrible. But, and again, maybe I've just got OCD or something. It drove me nuts to look at my watch and see the second hand missing the markers. This one's hitting perfectly. All right, the last thing I wanted to do is give you a look at what it looks like on the wrist. Now remember, I've got 6.5-inch diameter wrist, so for me, this 42mm watch fits like a glove. I did want to mention on the strap, you'll notice the holes here. There's not a lot of them, so there's no real micro adjustments. So if you're in between sizes, it could be that it's a little loose or a little tight. For me, luckily, I've got a size that seems to fit just right. You've also got a keeper on the strap here, so this will keep your strap from moving, or you could always move your keeper to the top of it if you don't want that little bit hanging out. I didn't mention earlier, it is a 100-meter water-resistant watch. It also has a double gasket screw-down crown. I read a review before I ordered it where somebody was complaining about their IsoBright watch not having a screw-down crown. With this one, definitely has a screw-down crown. 5-year, roughly, battery life on it. That's a quick look at it. As always, I hope the video helped. At least if you're sitting out there thinking about buying this watch, you can get an idea of what does it look like when it comes in, what's quality like, etc. Have a happy Halloween. Thanks for watching.